Good morning, good evening, and good night. This is the Spotlight Effect podcast. We're here with Ella
Harder.
and a special guest who will be joining us shortly. Unfortunately, Jade could not be here today due to a cheer competition, but she will be back for the next episode.
We miss you, Jade.
All right, are we ready to start with our word of the day?
Yes.
The word of the day is visibility, which means the state of being able to see or be seen, and also the degree to which something has attracted general attention or prominence. We feel this word is very relevant to our discussion today because we're going to be talking about inclusion, diversity and inclusion, and then also being seen in the places that you want to be. And then without further ado, we would like to introduce a very special guest that has come to speak with us today.
Olivia Baskin. Say hi.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Thank
So,
you guys for having me on here.
Of
of
course.
course, thank you so much for coming.
Um,
Would you like to start by introducing yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Olivia. I'm a rising senior. I'm in the STEM program at my school. I'm president of my own club called Black Girls Rule Reach Love for Engineering, which me and my friends started at our school. And yeah, I'm yeah. Those are like the things that I do. I do a couple other things at school. I'm a dancer. But yeah, that's me.
how are you this morning, girl? How are you doing?
I am exhausted because I took the SAT yesterday and then I have AP exams. So, it's
Yeah.
it's
Thank
that.
you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come speak with us. It
Of
really means a lot.
course. I'm
Yeah.
really excited.
Okay, so what inspired you to sort of pursue studies in STEM? Yeah, what inspired you to start getting into STEM?
I would say for me, one of the things because I really like science and engineering specifically. So I think for me it was kind of like because I've always liked to figure out why things are the way that they are and kind of like I always had that like curiosity about things. When I was little, I used to draw a lot, so I always would try to like draw things and kind of like show that creativity and kind of that curiosity into what I was going to create. And I think that kind of translated into me wanting to be in the STEM field in terms of like creating things that can help solve those whys and hows and kind of just figuring out how to make the world an easier, better place to live. I would definitely say that also a big thing was the underrepresentation of Black women in STEM fields because I feel like I haven't seen like whenever I go to the doctors with my family or the hospital or whatever, I feel like I don't see enough of people who look like me, and I think that kind of just inspired me to keep doing what I'm doing and to be um someone that people can see themselves in when they go to those places or in those spaces.
Okay, yeah. Have you ever felt like underestimated or out of place in STEM spaces? And how did you respond to this?
I don't know if I don't think I felt a exterior kind of feeling of out of placement, but I think it was more inner and
Mhm.
kind of just sometimes kind of second guessing like, is this really what I want to do? Like, am I capable of doing it? And I think something that I've had to figure out, obviously throughout, like grown my confidence over time, but freshman year, I wasn't really like as confident within what I wanted to do or my abilities. But I think over time, I've started to kind of gain that confidence and kind of realize, like, yeah, I can do this. Like, I am that girl. I'm going to do it.
Mhm.
And I think that kind of just helped me to keep going and not let myself get in the way of me succeeding in what I really want to do.
Okay, period.
How would you stay motivated in environments where you kind of feel like you're the only person that looks the way that you do?
Again, I think it's kind of just telling yourself that you're supposed to be there
Mhm.
and that you're there for a reason. Everything is done for a reason. And so just having that realization and knowing that you're going to be okay and that you're going to thrive, just like putting those things out there for yourself so that you don't hold yourself back, because I'm a big overthinker. Oh my gosh, I'm a huge overthinker. And so I think just telling myself that and kind of also portraying that to other people is also like something that's helped me kind of stay motivated throughout the entire process of being who I want to be in the future.
How do you think schools and institutions can better support Black girls in STEM?
Um, I think this is also like a big thing. I think what's really important is diversity within staff. I feel like that relates to that issue kind of a little closely, especially because teachers can be like huge inspirations for people. And so having those role models to where you can see yourself and through them and the work that they're doing is really important. Like I know some teachers at my school I like am really inspired by just by what they're doing and how they're like how they carry themselves and things like that. So I think that that's really a big thing is diversity and kind of just seeing yourself in the faculty population. I would also say just allowing for the students to be able to express themselves and kind of be open to and welcoming to people creating spaces for themselves within the school so that all the students can find a little bit of their self and other people and kind of just connect through that.
Yeah, and find a place of belonging.
Yeah.
And I think those are very important points. And I think what's so difficult about it and why it's so hard to keep like or so hard to like have Black girls like really thrive in STEM when they enjoy it is that it's almost paradoxical in nature, because how are like Black girls, it's okay, let me try and explain this. Black girls like want to have role models and leaders that look like them, but if they aren't there, if they are not present, then there's no way for them to be motivated by them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a cycle that like where we can't and I think we have to start young. We have to start at the beginning. We have to start with us,
I think it's also like not even just teachers, but just like people in your life that are just motivating you and telling you that you can do this. Don't let things tear you down just because of your identity. Your identity should not be something that you feel can hold you back in what you want to do. You should be proud of yourself and be prideful within who you are in your culture. And yeah, just do what you.
I feel like another thing that really like at least like for specifically Black women and Black people in general, people like non-minority people already have this really bad like misconception about us that we're loud, that we're always ghetto. And I feel like you guys being in that field really like breaks down those stereotypes. And that's a really beautiful thing to like have in the world. And like all those young Black girls will probably end up seeing themselves within you.
Yeah,
that's so sweet.
Oh yeah, period.
Yeah. Could you share a moment when you felt like proudest of your work in STEM?
oh yes. Oh my gosh. Let me think. I would definitely say for me in the STEM program that I'm in, we took this it's like the 4-year program. So our sophomore year, we had a project and me and my partner in that project, we had to like make us like a something that can hold a solar panel, but it had to be coded a certain way for it to turn a certain number of degrees to catch the sun. And it was kind of just like the coding and the programming, all of that. It took a lot of work. It was really hard to figure out because everyone got different like projects within my class, and that was ours. So you couldn't really ask people for advice because they didn't really know what you were doing. And so it was just figuring out how to go about it, staying like confident, like we're gonna get this done, like it's gonna be good. We stayed after school. We stayed after school and we ordered McDonald's and we we were literally in that room till like I don't even know, like 5:30, just figuring it out with our teacher who was there with us. And it was just seeing it come together. It was like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad this is over. But it also felt just like amazing to see it come together. Yeah.
No,
That was like the first thing that came to my mind.
I relate to that because when you have like all that hard work finally paying off, it's a beautiful thing to see happen. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, oh yes, girl. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years, and how do you hope to make an impact for people in your field, or like just in general? How do you hope to make an impact?
In five, okay, I'll start with 5. In 5 years, I hope to still be in school. I
Oh,
should be out of undergrad by then. Wait, I'm a liar. I should be in undergrad in 5 years because I'll be a senior.
yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you like plan to study? Do you
Oh
know
yeah,
maybe
yeah,
like what specifically you want to do?
yeah. Right now, I want to do bioengineering or biomedical engineering, and then
Mhm.
from there, after undergrad, I'm not really sure which trajectory I want to go in. Like, I thought about medical school, but and I also thought about like dental school, and then I just thought about just becoming a certified engineer as well because with that major, I feel like I can go in a lot of different directions just based off like the principles of what I would learn. But yeah, in 10 years, hopefully I'm out of school. Hopefully I have a job, an internship, something something related to that field, or if I'm doing medical school or I'm going to get my graduate degree or master's, I think that I would still be in school. So just kind
Great.
of refining my topic, doing a lot of research to contribute to it overall. Yeah.
Yes, young, black, and educated. Beautiful, a
Yes.
beautiful.
I just wanted to say, I think one thing that we should kind of make the distinction of is that like diversity and inclusion are not necessarily, they're not synonymous, is what I'll say. I feel like, to me at least, diversity is more of a fact, it's more of a number, and inclusion is more of an action. And I think, in every single field, but, specifically STEM, since we're talking about it, I think it's important to strive for inclusion, to make sure that people feel accepted and welcome into these spaces. And, some of it comes from like inside, motivating yourself from the inside. But
Hmm.
I think there's also, other factors and other ways that like we as a whole can kind of contribute to making sure that people feel seen and feel like they are where they are supposed to be, and like they can are, like they deserve to be there.
Yeah, I watched a TED Talk once, and it was this doctor. Her name was Dr. Ashley Hutterson, and she was talking about how um black black people in the STEM field, it was kind of a pipeline of kind of like necessity to invention, where she mentioned like all these different examples. I think she mentioned like an iron or an ironing board. I forgot what she mentioned, but she mentioned that and kind of just how it was kind of like something that people thought they needed, and then it turned into something that ultimately changed the world. The thermostat is something that people needed, and then obviously changed the world. And she also talked about that diversity and inclusion and how diversity in thought
Hmm.
is so important, especially in STEM, because if everyone is thinking the same thing, you're not really going to get to what you're trying to get to because everyone is kind of the same. But if you have like people with different experiences and diverse backgrounds, it really helps to kind of like advance what you're trying to do within the field. And that's why like the diversity and inclusion is so important within STEM specifically, because you're obviously trying to find a solution to a problem, and you can't do that by everyone kind of like if you can't really do that without having people have different experiences. That's what I'm trying to say.
Exactly. There's no way to move forward without it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and sort of as a final takeaway, what advice would you give to younger Black girls who want to enter STEM fields, but might feel intimidated or discouraged?
I would say that you're gonna do fine. You're if you want to do this, then you're going to do it. You're gonna do it well. And I know this because of my own experiences, because it's just I've sometimes felt discouraged um within my work and what I'm doing and thinking like, is this really what I want to be doing? But honestly, what I would definitely say is to just keep going, surround yourself with people who might be going through the same thing, and you can all grow together in the same way or different directions. And also people who support what you're doing overall, whether that be like your classmates, teachers, your family. Just having that support system is so important in kind of you finding that trajectory towards what you really want to do. And also within yourself, just affirming yourself like, this is it. Like, this is really what I'm going to do. This is what I really want to do. And that this is what you want to pursue. And I think that those are like the two things that are like the most important.
This was like a really like eye-opening like conversation to have with you guys, because I'm not a woman and I'm obviously not in the STEM field, and this was just like talking to you guys about this and like hearing your experience, Olivia. It's kind of like we said earlier, inclusion. It makes me feel more like I can relate to you a little bit more in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can understand your experiences and where you come from as a person, and I really appreciate you taking time to like talk to us about this, because I feel like these conversations need to be had, and not
They
everyone
do.
to explore something out of their comfort zone. And yeah,
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Like, I know Carter already thanked you and I already have, but I just want to reiterate how important this discussion was to have. And thank you so much for coming on here and talking about your experience, because I feel like it'll be so impactful and help so many people, just to hear your thoughts and your experience.
Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you guys. I
thank
really
you.
am. Keep this
Right.
going. Y'all got it. I believe in you.
Love.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Good morning, good evening, and good night. This was the Spotlight Effect podcast.